All right, this is Chuck Williams, Diamond Global Power Distributor, and it is my privilege today to introduce to you the CEO of our company, Mr. Michael Weeder. You're going to find Mr. Michael Weeder has tremendous experience in running businesses. He has experience in industries like the network marketing industry, the internet, online advertising, fundraising. He's got tremendous people skills. He's got tremendous vision. But I think the thing we all like the most about him is his ability to position himself and our company, therefore our opportunity, in front of trends that can help each and every one of us become extremely wealthy. So without any further ado, I want to turn it over to our CEO, Mr. Michael Weeder. Michael?
Thank you, Chuck. Can you hear me okay?
You are loud and clear, sir.
Great. I want to wish again hello on this Saturday, August the 3rd, from Santa Monica, California. I want to say good morning to some of our people here on the West Coast and in the United States. Actually, it's still morning for pretty much everybody. Good afternoon to the people, to our European affiliates, and good evening to our Asian affiliates. And thank you for joining us here this morning. First and foremost, what I want to do is I want to recognize the field and some of our leaders for last month. And I sent out the email to everybody, we were up on sales and revenues. We were up 19% from the month of June. So in July, which is typically a slower month in network marketing, to have a growth rate of 19% in total sales and total revenue is quite an accomplishment. It really shows that we're on a good upward momentum. New affiliates were up 45% from last month. So an incredible increase in new affiliates. And for those new affiliates that joined last month that are on the call, I want to welcome you and welcome to the Shopping Sherlock family. I also want to recognize some of our leaders from last month. We had some new Power Bonus winners last month, and those were Fulvio Polto, G2 Daya, Remedios Font, and Sala Mengango. I hope I didn't mess up that name, but I want to congratulate you guys on your efforts and for winning the Power Bonus last month. I also want to say congratulations to new global affiliate, Geraldine Luengo. Geraldine is a great story. She's from the UK. She's a single mother of three, a housekeeper, and not only did Geraldine become a global affiliate last month, she also, with that, gets a $2,000 bonus for making global, and she also earned equity in Shopping Sherlock. And part of our, I think one of the things that that we've got that's very unique is when you reach our global and our diamond positions, you also receive equity in the company. And I don't know where else you can find a situation where you can be working with a company for less than 6 months, be able to make global and receive equity in Shopping Sherlock as we march to be a billion-dollar company. I don't know if Geraldine is a stockholder or a shareholder in any other companies, but now she's a shareholder and an equity holder in Shopping Sherlock. So I wanted to say congratulations to Geraldine. Great job. And then with our contest that we had last month in July, the two who get two, our winners were Alan Platt. I want to congratulate Alan from the UK, and also Hayford Adjay. And Hayford actually was our leading recruiter last month, brought in 11 new affiliates, sold 11 new packages. He's got about 16, I think now 18 in about 7 weeks. He's off to a great start from Ghana, is really our leader in Africa. And so I wanted to congratulate Hayford on a job very, very well done as well. So the other thing I wanted to mention, and we're going to start to get into this in a little bit, and that's the timing and the trends, and why really I'm so excited about where we're at with Shopping Sherlock and what the opportunities are here. And I think you really got to grasp a couple of these things that are happening both in the economy and in business. We had our jobs report come out for the United States here, and this was actually our July job report, which just came out a couple days ago. And here's what it said, and we had talked about this being really a jobless recovery. The fact is that the economy is starting to recover, but the jobs really aren't recovering. And when you look at the unemployment rate, even though the unemployment rate fell last month, the majority of people and the hiring was actually done by restaurants and retail stores. And unfortunately, when you look at that and you look at where the growth is, those are typically the lower paying jobs. So the reality is, with the cost of living continuing to go up, with the hiring being in the lower income segments, sectors, it just shows you really what the opportunity is for people that are looking for additional income, that are looking for a residual income, that need to make additional money. It's interesting also that when you look at what's happening in the part-time job sector, because here what's happening is the employers are not really hiring because full-time, because they are concerned about Obamacare and the additional costs that they're going to have to pick up, and with regards to health care costs and the changes and so forth that's happening in the United States. We had, from June to July, we had 37,000 people that stopped looking for work altogether. And then we also had, when you look at it and you look at where some of that growth is also, we had a lot of growth that was happening in the part-time employment. Employers are cutting back on hours and basically just making their people part-time employees. And that, what's called the number of involuntary part-time workers, rose substantially also in July. And we have, in the United States alone, if part-time workers, because the employers are cutting back, we have 8.2 million people that can't get a full-time job. They're part-time workers. And again, usually those part-time workers are the lowest paying jobs. And so, look at that. When you look at that trend, again, you're talking about, what really, when you look at those trends, you're talking about opportunity. So that's what's really happening in the United States, and I'm sure happening in other parts of the world as well. I want to talk a little bit about this other trend, and this is Walmart, which is the biggest retailer in the world. Walmart has, as of last year, invested $350 million in their e-commerce initiative, and in their e-commerce initiatives. And I was just at a wedding, and one of the guys that I had met at the wedding was actually a recruiter, an executive recruiter, who was working with Walmart to be able to bring in people for their e-commerce division. And they're actually offering top programmers right now salaries of $200,000 and above to be able to come in and work for Walmart as a starting salary, because they're competing with the Facebooks, with the LinkedIns, with the eBays, with the Googles, for the high-priced programmers. And it's interesting that when you find out that, in 2012, Walmart celebrated its 50th birthday. In the first 25 years, it took them 25 years, they became the biggest retail store in the world. And, one of the ways that they did that, besides being able to offer products at price points that nobody could touch because of the volume, was they also went into groceries. And people basically doubted their abilities to be able to bring in groceries and to expand their offerings and to grow the way that they've grown. And what they're saying, what Walmart is saying, is that in the next 25 years, they will be a digital company. And if you understand the magnitude of that, if you understand, go ahead to the next slide, please, Chuck. If you understand the magnitude of what their initiatives are and basically what they're, where they're heading, you have to understand that, they know that their customers are looking to be able to, again, continue to find the best deals. That's one of the reasons they go to Walmart. They're also looking for additional convenience. They're looking to be able to shop from home. They're looking to be able to do business basically over their mobile phones. And Walmart understands that, and so Walmart is transforming itself into a digital company to be able to meet the needs of its customers and knowing where the trends are going. So, and when you look at that and you look at this next slide, the biggest shopping day of the year, here in the United States, we would think that it's Black Friday because that's the day after Thanksgiving. That's always been the biggest shopping day of the year. Last year, it actually was Cyber Monday was the biggest shopping day of the year. And so that, again, shows you where the trends are going. And when the biggest retailer in the world says the future is e-commerce, you know that Shopping Sherlock is in the right place at the right time. Next slide, please. You know, before we get into one of the things that I'm really excited about, which is introducing our international convention coming up next year, the other thing that I wanted to mention, you know, besides those trends, you know, in looking at the opportunity, we've had people that have created substantial incomes for themselves with Shopping Sherlock, and not only have they created substantial incomes, they've created residual incomes. So, which is basically walk-away money. I mean, we've had people that have not done anything, you know, for literally a couple years that are still making $750 to $1,000, even a little bit more per month in residual income with not doing anything, you know, and not working this business because of the residual income that they've built. But when you've got an opportunity to position yourself in front of these incredible trends that are happening in the marketplace worldwide with a global opportunity with a product that you give away for free, you make money as people benefit, and you build a team of people to do the same thing. I hope that you really grasp the magnitude of what opportunity you have in front of you. And the reality is, if you look at, for example, the daily deal marketplace and the growth in daily deals, and the fact that we get back-end income now from a lot of the daily deal companies that are out there, we get, you know, not only cash back in the United States, but also affiliate income in a lot of parts of the world for the daily deals. What, you know, your job basically becomes not only being able to share this and give it away for free, but what about trying new things, trying a new restaurant, trying a new spa, doing a little getaway, a weekend getaway or something like that, and being able to share that with people and make money as people benefit from that. How cool is that when you can create that kind of lifestyle for you, where basically your business is being able to utilize the daily deal programs, experience new restaurants, you know, and be able to do that in your area, have that kind of lifestyle and be able to make money. You know, one of the things that I'm really excited about now also is really our introduction of our international convention, our first international convention. And that's going to be in February of 2014 in the beautiful city of Las Vegas, Nevada. And what we're doing basically is we are creating a special promotion. This is a 6-month promotion leading up to the February International Convention. And the promotion basically is that we want to get you there for free. That's what the goal is with this promotion, is to be able to get you there for free. And so here are the different promotion, here's the contest that we are initiating. Starts August the 1st, goes through the end of January, and this is basically our international convention contest to be able to get you to the international convention in Las Vegas for free. And this is all over the world. This is we're a global company, so this is all over the world. So let me just go through it real quick. You bring in 12 recruits and build a team of 100 from your personal. So 12 recruits, personal recruits, build a team of 100, basically, in 6 months. You get 2 nights and your convention ticket paid for by Shopping Sherlock. 10 recruits and a $200 team, a 200-person team with at least 2 teams of 50. You get 25% of your trip, not to exceed $750. $250 in the U.S. is basically paid for. 8 recruits and 200 team and 3 teams of 50 is 50% of your trip, not to exceed $1,500, $500 in the U.S. And you get 6 recruits, personal recruits, and you build a team of 200. So there's 6 recruits, just builds a team of 200, and you get 4 of those teams, you know, no more than 50 people, and 4 of those teams, you get 100% of your trip paid for. And in the internationally, we will cover up to $3,000 in expenses. And here in the U.S., $1,000 to get to the Las Vegas here in the United States is not that expensive. So, you know, for most of you, you can get, you know, even from the East Coast, you can usually get flights out to Las Vegas for 2 people for like $500, $600. Then we cover your convention ticket and your room. 3,000 in the internationally, 1,000 in the U.S. So what we want to do, the goal here is to pay for your convention ticket, to bring you to Las Vegas, to pay for your entire trip. So we're announcing this. Again, it's going to be a 6-month promotion. It gives you something to be able to strive for, and you want to be at our international convention. This company is growing very rapidly. We had a great first year. We've just started our second year in business here. Again, we're in front of some phenomenal trends, and so you want to be at this international convention, and we want to get you here. So, you know, how much are you going to get your ticket? Are we going to cover 50% of it? Are we going to cover 100%? What's Shopping Sherlock going to pay for? It's basically up to you. It's a 6-month promotion, retroactive to August the 1st. Next slide, please. And then I wanted to basically also announce our special August sales promotion, and that is the continuation, starting over, of the 2 who get 2. And so any rep who sponsors 2, who get 2 in August, so those 2 get 2, will receive a $200 bonus. And again, that starts from August the 1st, sponsor 2 who get 2, and the only qualifications, they've got to be on auto ship and apply for the pay in your card. So, you know, again, is the timing right for Shopping Sherlock? We've got everything in place here. I told you guys before, you look at the e-commerce, e-commerce is $1 trillion industry, growing at a rate of about 20% per year. We also have a situation where not only is the e-commerce growing, but the way people use the internet is to be able to look for the best deals on products and services. They do the same thing with mobile devices now. We've got a great program. We're in front of some tremendous trends. And so, the rest is really up to you. And the nice thing is, our opportunity is very simple. You just give it away for free. You make money as people benefit, and you build a team of people to do the same thing. And so with that, I want to introduce our next speaker. I can tell you that as an owner of a company, it's one of the things that you realize that it's really all about the field and about field leadership. And we are I'm incredibly blessed, and the company's incredibly blessed to have this gentleman as one of our diamond affiliates, one of our really 2 diamond affiliates, along with Simon Brooks in the UK. He's a tremendous leader. He's a pleasure to work with, and it's basically a team. It's Chuck and it's Diane. So wanted to introduce our a diamond, a global affiliate, Chuck Williams from St. Louis, who's going to do a little bit of training on getting started right with Shopping Sherlock. Chuck?
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate the contest that you made available for us, both the August special and especially that international convention, where people around the world and here in the United States can basically earn a free expense-paid trip to Vegas. And it's going to be an incredible event, and I know people are already beating up the phone lines about that, so thank you, Michael. A company that pays out 68% in commissions, and then they make it where you go to the convention free, that's amazing. Thank you, Michael Weeder. Michael asked me to cover getting started right training, and I want to give credit to let me meet that other line here. I want to give credit to Fraser Brooks, global power distributor. He's actually in Russia right now, just expand the business there. But he put together with some of his leaders a Getting Started Right document. And I did 8 webinars this past week. And just when I was telling Michael about the success we're having with this document, he just asked me to share it with you. Where I've got it right now is if you go to teamofhope.com, teamofhope.com, it'll redirect you to a blog that I put together for my team. At the very top of that, I've got a link to Fraser Brooks and Simon Brooks' website right here at the top. If you go to Getting Started Right Manual, if you click on this top link, and if you're on Simon's team, you just go directly to their website. You'll get the same place. And I've got some keys to success down here. I'm not going to spend time training now, but when I'm taking a new person through this, I take just a minute to talk about developing yourself as personal development, knowing your why, writing it down. Then we got little short videos here that go into more detail about that. Developing your list of 200. We talk about that in the manual. Just go into a little more detail here. Contact, preliminary interview, the system tour, and then follow up in 3 ways. So what I do is I click here, Now, again, if you're on Simon and that awesome team, just go right to the International Supreme Team, and under the members only, it's right here, Getting Started Manual. Again, thank you to Fraser Books for putting this together. It is awesome. Person gets here, brand new distributor. I basically want to just congratulate them for joining the team. This document's designed to help them get off to a great start in their career. And then it just goes through what to do next, kind of a walkthrough with a brand new person. I've actually been taking people that have been in the business for a while through this because we didn't have this document until recently. It is a great way to start your business. The first thing you want to do is make sure you're on your monthly auto ship. If you need clarification on all the benefits that, we've got a little YouTube video here that'll explain the benefits of being on that monthly maintenance. Where else can you be part of a potentially multi-million-dollar business for $34.95 a month? It's an incredible value, and Michael Weeder purposely keeps the cost low so everyone can participate in this business. So the first thing you want to do with a brand new person is set up their monthly auto ship. The next thing is to make sure they understand how to use our product, the SherlockSaver.com. And so I take the person to the product. I make sure they know how to log in. I make sure they know how to come up here under company, click on the testimonials, get familiar with all the testimonials. I make sure they know how to go over here under help, and under help, submit a testimonial. The more testimonials we get, ladies and gentlemen, the more it helps all of us. When you can scroll through here and just see hundreds and hundreds of testimonials of people saving money with our product. It's powerful, and if you haven't got yours up here yet, again, go to help, and then click on submit a testimonial and get yours on there today. So once I make sure that they already have access to their own Sherlock Saver, I've taught them how to put their distributor number in the profile once they become a distributor. It's then time to get their belief level up. So we're going to teach them how to use the search function. So we go back to the site again, and we type in whatever it is they're looking for. And if they hit search, nothing's going to happen. So what they need to do is come over here to having problems, click here, and it will show them how to allow pop-ups for this one particular site, SherlockSaver.com. So now when they put an item in here and they click search, once they've allowed pop-ups for SherlockSaver.com, all of these sites for your country will come up. Now look at all the different countries we have the Sherlock customized for. Whatever country you're using, once you've allowed pop-ups for this one particular site, you hit search, they'll all come up. This also increases the effectiveness and efficiency of the Sherlock, but it also increases your usage, which is ultimately how you get paid on the back end. And so you want people using that search function to get to their sites quickly and effectively. So once you've taught them how to use that, then you want to come down and you want to get a few different saving stories of their own. We like to call this the Sherlock Challenge. Go out and get 10, 20 items at your best place that you can think of to get the best price and list them down. If money were no object, what 10, 20 things would you buy today? Maybe you buy them as gifts if you already have everything you need. Would you buy a big screen TV for a loved one? Whatever it is, you write it down, you bring it back, you plug it in the Sherlock Saver, and you watch the tremendous savings that you're going to start to experience with that Sherlock Saver. Even better than the Sherlock Challenge is to have them go get some that they bought recently and then do a search on the Sherlock Saver. And it's like that V8 commercial. Have you ever seen that? Oh, I could have a V8. Oh, they're going to wish they had a Sherlock because they could have saved money. So help them get their own saving stories. But again, until they do, have them come under company, go to testimonials, and use our saving stories until they have their own. Make sure you get your own quickly, though. Become a student of the product. Next is the daily deals. Michael hit on this a little bit when he talked about start using the product, start saving money, and then it's a natural to start sharing that with other people. Now, in different countries, there's different ways to get to the daily deals, but the daily deals are phenomenal. You're looking at about 50% or more savings. Teach your new distributor how to use it and teach them how to share it. Very, very powerful. Now we get into the nuts and bolts of building your business, and that is to build your list. Aim for 200, as I say in the manual. Some will have less, some will have a lot more. You always want to be building at this and working towards building your list. We've got some tips on how to do it. First of all, get out your phone book and start looking at occupations. Who's your accountant? Who's your taxidermist? Who's whatever, your plumber, your attorney, whatever profession, your auto mechanic. Just start thinking of all the people you know, and you might not even know their names, but just write down my auto mechanic at the dealership or at Firestone or wherever you get your car service. And then next time you're there, it gives you a reason that, you know, I've been doing service with you for a long time. What's your name? And you start building that relationship. Maybe it's a neighbor, the new neighbor down the street. You don't know their name, but you just put new neighbor down the street. Get that list of 200 because we're going to teach you how to invite and how to give away some for free and how to start building a huge residual income for you and your family. Oh, and by the way, number 7, that's a special number here, and that is make sure they signed up for their international pay card or direct deposit. By doing that, once they start to earn commissions, it'll start to flow very, very quickly for them. Make sure all your new people register for that international pay card in their back office. That's the back office of shoppingsherlock.com. Going a little bit faster, got a lot to cover, but it's all right here. It's going to be recorded for you, so you can come back and you can always get to that manual to use as a future reference. Here's the meat of what I want to talk about today, and that's how to invite. This is the most important part of the business. You've got your list, you've got your why, you've got your confidence in using the product. Now you're ready to start inviting people. And they start out with telling you what not to do. And unfortunately, this is what everybody wants to do, but it's what does not work. And look at this. We tell you exactly what will not work. Posting a pitch on your Facebook page will not work. Sending out thousands of emails with a pitch will not work. Sending out text messages to everybody on your cell phone with a pitch will not work. Think about when you get those things, how you react. You just ignore them. Well, that's what people are going to do. Look at this next comment. Everyone. And when we write these documents, we're very careful in the words we use. Everyone that is successful with Shopping Sherlock has done the same thing. And here we are. We're going to tell you what it is. We get a name and number in front of us off that list that we created earlier. We call the person. Now, we can do that in Skype. We can do that on the phone, or we can do it at their front door. But you're contacting that person in person. It's a high touch with a high-tech company. And we say the following. Hi, how's it going? And then you just catch up for a minute or two so you don't just go right into talking about business, but you keep it short. The reason why I've contacted you is because I've just joined something and I want your opinion on it. It's a really simple business model where we can earn money by just sharing it with others. Instead of me rambling on for you for hours of all my excitement, I want to just show you the website and have you take a tour. I've already saved a fortune with the product and then tell them your saving stories. Never lie. If you haven't saved a fortune yet, others have. Use our stories. Now, at this point, you're simply going to say, okay, so are you at your computer? If they say no, pause, have posture, and make sure they get in front of the computer before you even share the link with them. Do not send people. Do not give them a link and ask them to go there. This is a private, personal tour, and you want to make sure that person's in front of the computer. Now, there's a couple things here. In a document, it says send them to shoppingsherlock.com/your ID number. What I've been teaching everybody on my team to do, and I highly recommend this, is use the marketing system that Thomas Bang and the team have created for us. It's the same website, except it's got my in front of Shopping Sherlock. So it's myshoppingsherlock.com/your username. myshoppingsherlock.com/your username. That marketing system is worth its weight in gold, ladies and gentlemen. It's awesome. Wait till you see it. Now, once they are there, you want to get them to watch the first video. Now, if they're using the myshoppingsherlock.com/username, they're going to see a 4-minute, 16-second buzz video that Fraser Brooks created, and it is phenomenal. In those 4 minutes and 16 seconds, your prospect is really going to understand the overall concept of what we do and how we do it. At that point, seriously, 90% plus are going to be interested in what we've got our hands on. And so at that point, they're going to fill out the information on the right-hand side, and they're going to give you the name, phone number, email, and they're going to hit submit. When they hit submit, it's going to take them to step 1 and step 2 videos. Step 1, you're going to hear from this gentleman here in a couple minutes, but Alan Platt, Global Power Distributor in the UK, does a phenomenal job. Actually, it's Fraser Book, I'm sorry. Fraser does a phenomenal job of explaining the product and the benefits. That's step 1. Then when I was getting ahead of myself, step 2 is Alan Platt, myself, Simon, and Manesh sharing the marketing plan, the opportunity, the business model, how you make money with some phenomenal testimonies of people making money. So that's step 1 and step 2. Now what I'll do is just like number 4 here, Once I've got them through the 4-minute video, the overview, I'm going to ask them, can they watch the step 1 and step 2 now, or do I need to schedule a time to get back with them in the next 24 to 48 hours after they've had a chance to watch step 1 and step 2? And then as a good business owner, I'm going to make a note and I'm going to follow up at the appropriate time, hopefully in 30 minutes after they've gone right through it if the timing's right. Once they've done that, I'm going to go to the 3-way call. And this is really, if you want to say there's a magical formula, the 3-way call, and we prefer you do this on Skype. It works so much better on Skype than it does even on cell phones, especially when your business starts to go international. Skype is a wonderful tool. Into that commercial. Anyway, do the 3-way call, and we're going to teach you how down here in the bottom. Let your 3-way call answer questions, and we do recommend Skype. Now let's talk a little bit in detail about the 3-way call. The easiest way, as I mentioned, is if you got Skype, you just connect the person in. Make sure you've got your upline success coach, your global, your diamond, connected on Skype so it's an easy group when it's time. To do a proper 3-way, you want to introduce your prospect to your upline. That's the person you have Skyped with. Be sure to edify that person. And to edify, you're just simply speaking highly of them. You're expressing that they're one of the biggest leaders in the company and that they know how to help us make money. Then hand over the call to your upline, transferring your credibility, and then listen carefully to what's being said because you're going to be doing these for your team someday. It's very important that you don't interrupt and let your upline, your global, your diamond, do their job helping you. It's that simple. We've got closing your prospect. And that's probably the only word in the whole manual that I would change because I don't believe in closing my prospect. By the time a person's seen those videos and had a chance to do a 3-way call, they're either in or out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're talking people into this business, you're making a huge mistake because then you got to talk them into getting on webinars. You got to talk them into talking to people. You got to talk them into using the product. This is where the light bulb should have gone off by now, and now I'm just guiding them into how to enroll and how to get started. And so I do ask the question. You could call it closing, but I don't. I just simply ask them, are you ready to start making money with us online, or do you have some questions? Are you ready to start making some money with us online, or do you have some questions? If they say they're ready, then I'm enrolling them. If they say I've got some questions, I'm actually 3-waying them into my success coach, my business partner, and letting them answer those questions. Even though in my case, I know the answers, I'm still going to let my success coach answer those questions because it's a logical break for me to give that edification to my upline, and it also communicates to my prospect that they are going to get help because I'm even getting help and using it. So this is just a little review here of what we do. And then last in this Getting Started Right manual, well, 2 more things. You got your goals. And now with the new August promotion and the new International Convention contest, you want to incorporate those into your goals here. But invite 10 people to take the tour. And I encourage my brand new people to go through the list of 200, pick out the 10 that they absolutely know won't want to do the business, call those 10 up and say, look, I know you're not going to want to do what I'm doing, but I've started a new internet business that I'm excited about, and I need to practice. And since you're my friend, I thought you'd let me practice. And then take them through the script, take them through the tour. Practice on 10 and watch. I'll bet you get 2 of them to join your business. But anyway, 10 people through the tour. Your goal is to enroll 2 as new distributors. You just earned your first $100. Now, Simon Brooks and myself as diamonds in the company in the field, we want to help every single distributor affiliate in the company achieve that first goal as quickly as possible, preferably in your first 72 hours. And then you're brand new. So let us help your new people do the same thing, and you go out and find 2 more. That helps you become a power distributor by having 12 people on your personal enrollment team, 4-person enrolled. If we help you do that in your first 15 days, you just earn another $200 bonus. It's called a team builder bonus, and that's when you can start building real strong momentum for your team. Then you start to help your team become power distributors to where they can earn that $200 bonus in their first 15 days, and before you know it, you're a global power distributor. A global power distributor in your first 180 days or 6 months earns you a $2,000 bonus like the young lady just earned in the UK. Congratulations again to her. That's exciting. That's the start of a life-changing experience for her. Once you become a global power distributor, you now start to help the people on your team become global power distributors help them earn the $2,000 team builder bonus. And as they do, you start earning $500 production bonuses by helping them. Lastly here, get yourself a daily routine. Simon Brooks says this better than anybody. You got to live, breathe, and eat this for a while, and you've got to become a contacting, inviting machine. And you may say, well, I don't want to talk to anybody. Well, that's okay. But if you want to make money, you've got to share this with people. So get your daily routines down. What are you going to do every single day to be a success in this business? We recommend you call your upline Global and Diamond, connect with them once a day. Now, don't be calling me about the sports team or the weather or family stuff. All that's important, and I'd love to talk to you sometime about it when we're in Vegas at the convention. But when you're calling that daily, let us know what's going on in your business. Who have you got scheduled for 3 ways? Who should we follow up with? Who on your team is looking like they're really catching the vision? That's the daily connection. Keep building your prospect list. Invite a minimum of 1 person a day through the tour. That's if you're part-time. If you're full-time building this business, you want to be inviting 4 people a day through the tour. And then post a savings story both on our testimonial spot on the Sherlock Saver itself and on your Facebook and social media. And if you see someone else on the team that's posted a savings story, comment on it, share it, like it. Let's help each other create a buzz on social media. We've got some phenomenal sites here and useful links. You've got simonbrooks.info, sherlocksaver.com, Destination Diamond. All these sites are available to help you build your business. As I mentioned earlier, you're welcome to use teamofhope.com as a vehicle to get you here to these sites. One last thing as I get ready to turn it back to Michael Weeder, and that is I do want to emphasize a little bit on the inviting. You've got the script and the manual, but you can do it whatever's comfortable to you. One of the invites that's working really, really well for a lot of people on my team is I'm working with some professionals making a lot of money online. Have you ever considered making money online? It's a great way to open up the conversation. Another one, I have an internet business that's expanding internationally. Do you know anyone in Africa, Asia, or Europe? Another one that's working really, really well. I have an internet affiliate business, and I'm expanding. I'm currently seeking pastors, college students, people 50 and older, retired people, retired military, stay-at-home moms, or wannabe stay-at-home moms, teachers, coaches. Do you happen to know anybody in those professions? Now, you don't have to name all those if you don't want to. I was just giving some examples. People are out there. They're looking for what we have. They just don't know what we have unless we invite them. That's our Getting Started Right training for today. Michael, thank you for that opportunity. And I'm going to turn it back to Michael Weeder, our CEO. Michael?
Thank you, Chuck. Great job. A couple things that I just wanted to comment on. Number one, sharing and sorting, basically. This is about sharing the opportunity with as many people as you can and being able to, some will, some won't, so what, next. You'll be able to find some leaders who get that, who want to jump in front of these trends. And the people that you'll find, don't prejudge, because it could be, a blue-collar worker. We're attracting some corporate executives right now that understand what's happening in the marketplace and that want to jump in front of these trends and see the opportunity to create additional revenue streams with shopping, or an additional revenue stream for them with Shopping Sherlock as well. So, and the other thing is when you get involved with people, get to their list pretty quickly. You're always then working in a warm market, and it's just about sharing and sorting and using the product, giving it away for free. One of the things that we talked about on the back end, and I'll just let you know this right now, our back end income has been growing each and every month, and this next month's back end income, I believe that we're probably going to look at it. You should see it in your back office next week. But I believe that right now, for every Sherlock that you give away, and again, the thing is that we have to go in sometimes and scrub because we still got some people that are doing excessive clicks and so forth. But for every Sherlock that you give away, if a person just uses the Sherlock nominally, and does, clicks on it and uses it 3 times a day, right now you're looking at a little over $1 per Sherlock that you give away. If they just do basically at 100, if they use it 100 times a month just by going and searching and and buying something, you're looking at a little over $1 per Sherlock. So you give away 50 of these, that's $50, and it's growing each and every month. As you know, my goal is to get us to the $3, $4 mark by the end of this year here, and we're working on strategies and techniques to be able to do that. So, you know, and when we talk about timing and trends as well, you know, here in the U.S., and I don't know about the rest of the world as much as the U.S., we've got people that are coming out of college right now with $100,000 in debt. Literally, they're coming out, they're paying $800 a month just to service the debt that they have from a college education, and they're having to settle for $10 to $12 an hour jobs. And now we've got 42% of our kids that are 18 to 27 who are not kids anymore that are still living at home with their parents, more so than any other time in our history. Our kids now staying and living at home with their parents later on and coming out of college with that education and unfortunately having to settle for $10 to $12 an hour jobs. Talk about opportunity. Talk about timing and trends. So with that, I want to bring on our next speakers, and I want to introduce them. There are two leaders really in the UK, or two of our leaders in the UK. We've got our Diamond affiliate, Diamond Global affiliate, Simon Brooks. We've got our global affiliate, Alan Platt. They're actually leading Europe. The UK, we've had a great resurrection kind of in the UK with regards to shopping Sherlock. These are a couple of our leaders in Europe. So Simon and Alan, if you're on, please take it away. I know you've got some information you want to share with us about a training that you're doing on Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Alan, I'm just going to take a couple, excuse me, a couple of minutes first just to share a couple of ideas. I learned going back many, many years ago when I first joined this industry, and I've been involved and around the game for about just over 25 years. And I learned one thing that is very interesting, what Michael was saying before. A professional will sort prospects. An amateur will look to convince prospects. So professionals sort, amateurs convince. Folks, you need to be a professional. You need to sort. You've got to go through numbers. That's the most important thing. Now, we've heard some great information. I'll tell you now, Chuck, that was an awesome presentation. And yes, Fraser's done a phenomenal job putting that getting started manual together. And we have a lot of our distributors that use it intensely. But what I want to do is we've just heard from Michael Weeder, our CEO, a phenomenal international convention that's going to be in February. Folks, you need to make sure you are there. But what we want to do, Michael's given us basically the expenses to get the event for nothing. We now want to give you the tools to make sure that you can get the affiliates for nothing. So what Alan and I are going to be doing, which Alan is one of my top leaders in Europe, we will be doing a training on Tuesday. That's this Tuesday coming. That's Tuesday the 6th. We're going to be doing a training. Now, when this link gets sent out, we will send the actual link that you can register on. Folks, this is not possibly I should do it. This is something that you have to do. Why? Because we're going to show you, when you get a prospect, how to present the opportunity that's a win-win situation. It's something where when people see it, they go, oh my gosh, if that's what it's about, I'm in. And you can nearly physically feel them giving their credit card to you to get them positioned. Folks, this is going to be a phenomenal training that's going to be next Tuesday. That's 8 o'clock UK time, which I think is about, yeah, anyway, 8 o'clock UK time, then do the math of when it's going to be, whether you're in America or in Timbuktu or whatever. But that's going to be a great training. Alan, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you, Simon. Yes, that's it, everybody. 8 o'clock UK time on Tuesday. I'll basically be role-playing with Simon on how I present. And one of the things that I really believe, and I think everyone who sees the Sherlock sees it, is how powerful the Sherlock is. You know, the Sherlock Saver is a great product. We're going to cover how I demonstrate the Sherlock Saver and point out all the benefits of it literally within a couple of minutes. So when people see it, you literally hear them say, wow, that's amazing. I didn't know that was out there. And it's true. People literally sometimes get the cards and say, I want to be a part of this. I can see where this is going. So don't forget, guys, that's this Tuesday, 6th of August, 8 p.m. It will be a live training role play with myself and Simon Brooks. So make sure you get your time zones right. I think Mr. Weed will be sending through the links for everybody through the corporate email system. So I look forward to speaking to you on Tuesday.
Folks, there will be
Thank you very much, Alan, and I appreciate that. So, guys, it's essential that you be on that training on Tuesday. Make sure that you get all your team on it. And again, you know, I wanted to thank you for your time today. And do not miss this opportunity. You know, business and life, and a lot of times, and capitalizing things is about being at the right place at the right time in front of trends and taking, and in front of a great, incredible trends and taking action. I think that you can see with Shopping Sherlock, we're in front of some of the biggest trends that are happening in the world right now. You know, take action and make this happen so that you can use Shopping Sherlock as the vehicle to achieve financial freedom for you and your family. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to our next webinar with you.